Well, it's great to see everybody. My name is Ryan Mears. I'm the Marion County Prosecutor. I'm joined here by one of my good friends, Natalie Miller, who leads up our Different Not Less initiative here in the Marion County Prosecutor's Office. We are starting a new program called the Blue Envelope Program. Natalie, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Blue Envelope Program is an initiative aimed to simplify traffic interactions between law enforcement and drivers with disabilities. As the title suggests, it involves a blue envelope where drivers can put documents such as their vehicle registration, their license, emergency contact, etc. that can then present to law enforcement in the event of a traffic stop to communicate to the law enforcement that this person has a disability and might not respond to this in the same way someone without a disability would, and also gives the driver instructions on how to act in the scenario to hopefully make the interaction go as smoothly as possible.
Natalie, I know you've done a ton of research into the Blue Envelope Program. Can you tell me what other jurisdictions have experienced as it relates to the Blue Envelope Program?
Well, Blue Envelope has been implemented in local jurisdictions all over the country, East and West Coast, and it's statewide within Massachusetts, which was our main reference point in devising it for Indianapolis. So what we're hoping for is not only the implementation of the program itself here in Indianapolis, but that this will be just a stepping stone to hopefully healing the relationship between the disability community and law enforcement, as it's been strained for quite some time.
So Natalie, you actually founded the Different Not Less initiative here in the Marion County Prosecutor's Office with Terry Curry. Can you kind of connect the Blue Envelope Program with that initiative, Different Not Less?
Absolutely. The core tenets of Different Not Less were providing opportunities within our own office towards people with disabilities and increasing general advocacy within Marion County. And Blue Envelope connects very closely with that second tenet. We've collaborated with disability support organizations across the county, and I've had the privilege of sharing our experiences with at both the state and national level at conferences. And I feel that combining that advocacy with more practical programs like Blue Envelope will further help us to ensure that Marion County is a place where people of all abilities can live fruitful, productive lives within their communities.
Sometimes there's challenges between people with disabilities and law enforcement. Can you speak a little bit about those challenges and how the Blue Envelope Program can potentially help?
Certainly, certain elements to traffic stops, such as the bright flashing lights and the loud sirens of police cars, can be extremely overwhelming because a frequent symptom of, say, autism is sensory processing disorder, which makes certain stimuli more overbearing than it actually is. And especially if one doesn't know why they're being pulled over in the first place, this can be very overwhelming. And if people don't know you have autism or whatever else, they can think you're acting out on purpose, which in the case of law enforcement and traffic stops can make the interaction far more complicated than it has to be, and in some cases, unfortunately, lead to unnecessary violence. So we're hoping that providing that channel of communication, that we'll be able to streamline things as much as possible and avoid unnecessary confrontation and violence.
And I think that's the beauty of the Blue Envelope Program. It lets law enforcement know right away that they're dealing with someone who potentially has a disability and that they need to take all of those factors into consideration.
And we're trying to simplify the process by putting the necessary documentation within the envelope and clipping it to one's visor for easy access. So you're not rummaging through, say, the glove compartment or anything. Contact can be established right away, and again, there are also guidelines for the driver to help this as well, because communication here is a two-way street.
Natalie, for individuals who want to learn more about the Blue Envelope Program, what's the best way for them to spread the word or gather a little bit more information about how the Blue Envelope Program works?
Well, anyone wanting to learn more can either reach out to participating law enforcement agencies. We are working with the IMPD on this as we speak. Advocacy groups like the ARC of Indiana, or by contacting our office directly, people will be able to sign up and acquire these materials. And we aren't just opening this for individuals with disabilities, but we encourage family members and caregivers and members of the community to reach out to us. Hopefully, all together we'll be able to, again, improving the relationship between the criminal justice system and our citizens with disabilities.
Well, Natalie, I cannot thank you enough for all of the energy and effort that you put into this program. The Blue Envelope program is going to be a tremendous success because of all of your work. So we're grateful for everything that you've done. And we're also grateful that we have the opportunity to work with so many different community partners. So for those of you who are more interested in the Blue Envelope program, please feel free to reach out to the Marion County Prosecutor's Office, the ARC of Indiana, or take a look at the website that is listed below. Thank you to everyone, and we look forward to working with you.